Start video, unmute, rename, chat. Okay, cool.
Well, everybody in. Hello, everybody on YouTube. All right, now I'll let you do your thing.
Let's go. Get them. Come on in, peoples. Un perfecto. Here we go. Rory, you got the big button, so can you get her? She's right there, the top left or right below me. That lady right there with the bandana. Oh, let's hit this button. In case she can't see you, I'm going to have you just unmute and say hi. Oh, he got you. I see it now. Okay, good. You're finally moving up because everybody's coming in. Look how fast everybody's coming in. Beautiful. Happy Tuesday. This is definitely my favorite night of the week. One, I know Rory Daniel always got something to create that shock and awe, make us go, wow, are you kidding? We have that too now. It's fantastic. So all the big stuff's going to be added on Tuesday nights. But I love seeing all the brand new people, all the different states. We have fun as we're watching people from different states pop in. Ohio, New York, Texas, California, Florida, out in the Midwest. It's just amazing watching all the different states being represented. So welcome to the RRR247 podcast number 4. Happy Tuesday to all of you. Welcome to the call if you're brand new. Keep hitting this button. Rochelle, I'm going to need a co-host to watch for those OTTERs that come in. If you see one that says OTTER Otter or No Taker or anything like that, just get rid of them. Roy, you might want to make one more co-host just to help out with that. There's Linda.
Now, Niall, I got you.
See you. I'm used to having my Linda there backing me up. Don't even have to mention all that.
I'm here.
Welcome, everybody, to the RRR247 podcast number 4. Happy Tuesday. This is a pretty big night, Tuesday night. So if you're brand new, I want you to write this down. Never miss a Tuesday night call. I promise you, it's never the same thing. Even if sometimes you think it's going to be the same thing, it's never the same thing. You're getting to meet a lot of the leadership here. But every Tuesday night, Rory, any given Tuesday night, anytime Rory and Tanya are going to add something to the system to help you build, help you make more money, hit your goals, go into other countries, expand in any way, whatever your goals may be. A product, a service, a tool, something to help you out. It's always going to happen on a Tuesday night, never any other night of the week. So that's why Tuesday night is the call you never want to miss, because every one of those things, and if you're watching on YouTube, great. At least you're seeing this and you're getting it live. If you're not here and you're not on YouTube, and I want you guys to think about this for the ones that are here. If you miss 2 or 3 Tuesdays, then you get on. What's going to happen? You're going to hear all of us talking about all the excitement and this new thing that we added and how we're growing and making all kinds of money and fun, and you're going to kick yourself because you missed it. That's not a story that you want to add your name to. Not a book that you want to add your name on the list, right? So do yourself a favor. We're going to help you. We're going to remind you. You got a lot of leadership here, a lot of MSIs, PSIs, GSIs, and even the CSIs are going to make sure you know when the calls are. You get reminded of them all week long until it becomes part of your daily method and it becomes habit for you. We'll make sure we'll do our best to get you there. And we know you're going to miss some. So, yeah, they are recorded on Tuesday, but you want to get that live and you want to go. You don't want to watch it the next day when you can watch it live. Because guess what? Whatever life occurrence happened that made you miss the Tuesday night, that can happen the next day, a couple days in a row, too. And it just slow you down. You forget about it. Next thing you know, this Tuesday night again, and you missed an entire week. And now you're going to play catch up, and that's no fun either. So do yourself a favor, write it down. Andrew, we would know you're in IIT, but I see a couple of new faces in here. If you're new, write that down and put it on the screen next to your on your laptop monitor or desktop, whatever you have. Never miss a Tuesday night call. I'm not going to be that story. Not going to let that happen to me. But also Tuesday nights, like I said, I love meeting all the brand new people. Listen, whoever got you here, they would love to know that you made it on. Rory and Tanya would love to hear your name thrown out there for the first time. Get your name in front of them. And we love hearing all the different states being represented as we build. So if you're brand new, first Tuesday night or your second Tuesday night, because I know we ran out of time when a lot of people were trying to get in last week, click on that little microphone in the lower left-hand corner of your Zoom panel, or you're going to try to, if you're on a phone, try to find that microphone on your phone. Click the microphone, unmute, say hello, and don't forget to tell us what state you're calling in from. And welcome to the call.
Hello, I'm Justice McKillop, and I'm from Michigan.
Michigan is here. Welcome, Justin. Glad you made it. Justice, sorry. Justice. I got it right that time, didn't I? All right, fantastic. Love that name. All right, anybody else? If you're brand new, click on that little microphone, say hello, let us know what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
Yeah, Earl Riley from Connecticut.
Earl from Connecticut. Welcome, Earl. Glad you made it. So is Stacy. I seen her nod her head. Glad you're here. Fantastic. Welcome. Anybody else? If you're brand new, click on the little microphone, say hello. Let your instructor, whoever got you here, know that you made it on. And let Rory hear your name for the first time.
I don't know if you could hear me earlier. This is James calling from South Dakota.
South Dakota, James. Stay warm, sir. But welcome to the call. Glad you're here. Fantastic. We do not have a lot of people in South Dakota. It's really good to meet you. Welcome to the team. All right, fantastic. And we just had a whole flood of people come in. So I'll make another announcement. Welcome everybody to the RRR247 podcast number 4. RRR247 podcast number 4. So if you're brand new and you want to go through the old ones, look for 321 after tonight. But this is number 4. We're always going to have a number on here for you so you can reference it on the YouTube channel or wherever you may watch the recordings on. Because sometimes it is good to go back and make sure you heard what you heard, right? Take some notes and write it down. RRR247 podcast number 4. This is the big night. This is all of our big announcements. Everything important to your rate of success, everything that you need to hit your goals, to do whatever it is you came here to accomplish, to grow more income, grow more countries, grow whatever your goal may be. This is the night all the big announcements are made that you need and must have and must implement into your system as fast as you can. Anytime Rory and Tanya are going to add a product or a service or a tool or anything to the system or any changes to the system, some upgrades, some updates, the things you need to learn how to do something better, right? And he's going to give that to everybody all at the same time on Tuesday night. That's the stuff you don't want to miss. Plus, you're going to get to meet a lot of the leadership. If you go back and listen to, the last 20, 30, 40 Tuesday night calls, you'll meet all the leadership that's behind the scenes here and doing all kinds of great things to make sure this business lasts for generations. There's stuff that you can pass on. So don't miss the Tuesday night call. Don't miss anything that's been added. Don't miss anything that's been given to you to help you build your business. And you're going to do just great here. We also love meeting all the new people, as you heard earlier. I think that was 3 or 4 brand new people had a chance to say hello. So if you're brand new and you didn't get a chance, click on that little microphone, say hello. Don't forget to say what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
You get Adam from Indiana, dear?
I did not. Did I? Indiana. I don't think so. Welcome, Adam from Indiana. No, we didn't. Fantastic. Thank you, Linda. Yep, I see chat glowing, but I can't just click over there and click back. I'm so glad you watched.
You're good. The rest are just greeting.
Fantastic. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, it's 9 o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and call last call because we're going to get going here in a couple seconds. If you're brand new and you want to say hello, let your instructor know you made it. Introduce yourself to Rory and Tanya. Click on the little microphone in the lower left-hand corner and then say hello. But don't forget to tell us what state you're calling in from and welcome to the call. All right, let me go ahead and hit some of these buttons.
Hello from Joyce in Illinois.
Joyce in Illinois. Welcome, Joyce. Glad you made it. Sandy's glad you made it too. I can see her clapping over there. Good deal.
Welcome, Joyce. Glad you made it tonight. My student.
And Joel. Okay, good. You got 2 people clapping for you. Look at that. Let's all clap for Joyce. You made it here. There we go.
We got
Fantastic.
Cherry from Florida.
Thank you, Cherry, for sounding in, putting Florida back on the map. As you're going to find
Also
out,
my
I'm
student.
also in Florida. Go ahead. So welcome. Where Central Florida, North Florida, South Florida? Where are you at?
Just out of Tampa, Clearwater.
Is that considered central? I think it's all central from Clearwater all the way over to Melbourne. I'm going to call that Central Florida, right?
Okay.
Perfect. Fantastic.
Fine.
Glad you're here and glad you made it. Welcome to the team. I love seeing more Floridians get on. All right. There's a lot of people coming in really fast. So, but it is 9:01 already. So we're going to have to get going. I got to hit some buttons here. That one and that one. And now we can get going. So welcome everybody to the RRR247 podcast number 4. I don't know if you've noticed yet, if you're brand new, we switched the title of this call for Tuesday night and Saturday, the trading, to podcast. This one is podcast number 4, and it's all going to be put on YouTube as well. So if you miss it by any chance, you can always find a recording on YouTube and watch it later, watch it the next day. But do your best to never miss a Tuesday night call. All the big announcements, everything happens right now, Tuesday nights. Anytime we're you're going to add something Tuesday night, that's the one you don't want to miss. Welcome to all the new people. I think that was what, Linda, 6 or 7 people had a chance to unmute. And I know there's a lot coming in. Maybe Zoom held everybody up a little bit. That's okay. We have 6 or 7 brand new people. And typically, and I bet you there's at least 3 more out there, typically every Tuesday night, there's somewhere between 10 and 30 new people joining the team, joining the family. That's good momentum. That's good growth. And that's happening because we're doing everything right. So for all of you that are brand new, my name is Niall Eddy, and I'm calling in from Central Florida, Sherry. And that's why I get excited when I meet a Central Floridian getting on the call. But we love every state in this unit. And it's fun to just see popping all over the country and the way we're growing, and up in Canada that you heard from Joel. And we got some other, countries adding as well. It's a great thing to watch, great thing to see, great thing to be a part of. Listen, I've been in this industry now 34 years, guys, almost 35 years. I've worked with the Rickards for 30 of those 34 years. Once I met them, my life kind of changed a little bit. I met Rory first. Incredible human being, one of the good guys, one of the guys that look in your eyes the whole time you're talking because he really wants to know what you got to say and how he can have a positive impact on your life. I met him because I was looking for a voicemail. Everybody told me to go see him. He set me up with a great voicemail. I ran ads all over the country. I was doing snail mail back then in 1990, but he did something very special with that voicemail. He turned it into a billboard where I could build, as I built a network of people around the country, and I'm talking 25, 30, 35,000, 40,000 people, I can put a message on there and shoot it out to everybody. 1990, did you hear that, Don? 1990. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have any of this technology we have today. But we have this guy named Rory Rickard with his techie brain that was able to do all that through the phone company. But when the internet did come out, we were all allowed to have it at our houses in 93 or 94. That's when Rory found his niche, jumped online. What did we all need first? We needed leads. Every entrepreneur on the planet needed leads to build their business. They all want to get online. Rory found his niche right there as something he knew how to do very, very well. It was market, advertise, and draw traffic and create leads. And he became the #1 lead generation company on the internet. Guess what? He still holds that title today. Nobody can touch him. Nobody knows how to do what he knows how to do. Nobody can produce the quantity or the quality of leads that he knows how to produce on a regular basis. The only difference in today, he doesn't sell them to the public anymore. Actually, he doesn't sell them to anybody. That's his investment into you. Any of you that have played around and experienced any of these other opportunities, companies, plans that are out there, you know how expensive leads are, right? You will never pay for leads here. And I promise you, Rory will always produce more than you can work, more than you can handle. And it's a wonderful thing to see. The other thing we needed was a website, right? Now we got leads. Where are we going to take these leads? What are we going to send them to? We need a website to send them to that had a lot of information about whatever opportunity or product that we are marketing. And he was helping a lot of people in a lot of different companies all over the planet. And he started building a website. So there was other people out there building websites at that time. On average, they were probably getting 1 in 50 people that went to the website to fill out a form and say, yes, please call me. I'm interested in what you have to say here, right? That was pretty decent. The really, really good ones and the very expensive ones were getting 1 in 25. half of what the other ones are getting, right? Half of the visitors to get one person to sign in. So Roy decided he was going to try his hand at it, build websites. I remember the first one he built, and it was just, very generic information out there on a page. And he got 1 in 10. He blew everybody out of the water. And we all thought that was, unbelievable, and it was golden, the greatest thing since sliced bread. But it wasn't good enough for him because that's who he is, right? So he tweaked it. He added more technology. He added pages behind the pages. See how that works, going from the one page to the second generation stuff. And he got 1 in 5. Now he's become one of the best web page developers out there as well. It's incredible what's happened. I have a construction background. I started off in the landscaping industry, like I was telling somebody earlier today. With one uncle, then I went into swinging a hammer with the other uncle and building homes, and that was a great life until I hurt my back and I had to go back to school. What did I go back to school for? To be an aviation mechanic, because that was my other passion, and I couldn't do it when I was younger. There was too much going on. Get my associate's degree in avionics, and I was going to go work at the airport, right? Work on aircraft and just live that good life as an aviation mechanic. Well, it was while I was in school finishing getting that license that I was introduced to this industry. At first, I thought it was a great way to make some extra money to spoil my kids on the weekends, right? Because I was an adult going back to school with 3 kids in tow. And it wasn't just tough on me, it was tough on them. And everything I've ever did was all about my kids, right? Everything, what can I do to make my kids, give them a better life than I had? And all of us parents think that way. So I was just looking for extra money to make on the weekends, to spoil the kids on the weekends more. And it turned into much more than that. I realized really quickly what I had stumbled onto. And I decided I was going to be a student of this industry and a student of the system that I was working at the time. And it opened up doors for me I didn't even know existed. It allowed me to meet people I never would have met. It allowed me to meet people in other countries without going there and visiting there. It was incredible what happened. And I knew about 2 years into this when I decided that I was going to make sure I was doing this. I was earning more in 2 months' time than anybody I've ever known in my life was earning in an entire year. Obviously, that was a pretty good decision, even though my uncles were giving me a hard time about leaving the airport. Because, yes, I finished school. I got hired at the airport with a couple of letters of recommendation. And I was only at the airport for 8 months. And this home-based business that I was involved in I was having too much fun, making too much money. It was no longer advantageous to me go clock in and turn a wrench on somebody's aircraft anymore. So I quit my job, and that was 34 years ago, and I've been here ever since. And I've been hanging out with the Rickards, marketing, having fun, meeting lots of wonderful people all over the planet. I'm going to introduce one of these wonderful people here to you in a second. We've done incredible things, but it gave me 2 things that I want you guys to write down. Time freedom. Because I was home, now I got to spend all the time in the world with my kids that I needed to and wanted to. Went to every football practice, went to every volleyball practice, went to every cheer camp. And when a high school needed a bowling coach for the bowling team, I raised my hand. I became their bowling coach. Why? Because I could. I had the time freedom, and it gave me more time to spend with my kids. I went from the dad who hardly ever got to see him to the dad that put him on the bus, took him off the bus, and took him to every event. And that was a great living. The other thing it gave me, financial freedom. Whatever those kids needed, whatever vacation we were on, however many times I needed to swipe that credit card, every parent knows what I'm talking about. Whether we can afford it or not, we're swiping that card to make sure the kids have a really good time so they can go back after summer break and tell all their friends about what a great time they had, right? And then we open up the envelope and we go, oh my goodness, did I really spend that much money? the guilt sets in. Did I really spend that much money? Guess what? I never felt that way again, ever, for the rest of my career. I've never felt that way again. This career truly changed the course of my life, from a construction worker and a mechanic to somebody who had all the time freedom and financial freedom to give their kids the best life ever. And now my kids are all grown, but guess what? They're making me grandbabies. That's that second level of love some of you may know when you hold that first grandbaby in your arms. And I'm thinking about their future now. But if my grandkids need me or my kids need me, guess what? I can pick up and go, because my office is right here on this computer. You guys are seeing my entire office right here. These 2 walls and these 2 walls. Wherever I go, I take it with me. I could go on vacation, go fishing with Rory, head to another country, head down south to Mexico, lay on the beach for a couple of days, or hang poolside Rochelle and do whatever we wanted to do. Get up in the morning, work for a couple of hours, go enjoy the day, come back, work for a couple hours, go have dinner with all of our friends, and work for a couple more hours. Wherever I go on this planet, in this world, I take my office with me. That's when you guys realize the power behind that, you're going to absolutely love it. So Roy and Tanya put together a really good system with what that page just that I was talking about earlier. It's developed and got better and better and better and better over the years. But they also built a team around them. They had a vision, they had a dream, and they believed in it heavily. And they told a good handful of us all about that dream and that vision. And we've seen it. And we said, not only do we see it, and we're proud to be a part of it, what can we do to help you build it? What can we do to protect it and make sure it's going to stay strong and keep growing? And we could share this with other families that they can bring in and pass on future generations. What else can we do? What else can we do to help you take this to the rest of the world? That's the leadership team that they put around them. And then that leadership team found a group of people very similar. And then those people moved up the ranks and they found a group of people very similar. And it kept growing exactly like that until we become the marketing army that we are today with a very solid, fantastic, amazing core of people that are here to not just build themselves a business, but to help take this to the rest of the world and have a positive impact on everybody else's life and make sure that we protect the house so we can, everybody can pass that on to future generations. When you get involved, the first thing you're going to be doing is working on your pages. You're going to work on your pages till you get Google AdSense. So Roy does a lot of good training on that. Once you get Google AdSense, then you're going to start building your teams. As soon as you've got your first instructor, you're going to be an instructor in training, like Andrew, you see on his IIT at the end of his name there, instructor in training, right? As soon as you have 10 students, you're going to become what we call a certified system instructor. That means you got 10 students and you're starting to build and you're going to be mentoring and helping and doing whatever they need. And then you hit the next level, GSI, gold system instructor. And then you keep going, you hit the next level, platinum system instructor, until you get up to a master system instructor. And those are the people who are building incredible teams and doing everything that it takes to build those teams, support those teams, train those teams, give them everything they need, and always point them in the right direction, and then help them become leaders. One of those people I'm going to introduce to you right now. The very first time I met her, first thing I noticed was an infectious smile, right? She's always got this great smile that makes you go, wow, who is that? And you just want to get to know that person. Then once you get to know her, she's not only a friendly person, she's a serious businesswoman. She takes everything for real, right? And she says, I'm going to accomplish this. She sets her mind. She goes and does it. Now I'm going to do this next. And she goes and does it. Now I got students that need help. Guess what? How can I help my students? She figures out how to help her students and she goes and does it. She's got big goals in here. I know she's going to be one of the top MSIs here, probably not too long from now because of the momentum she currently has in her team. But she's a part of our leadership and an incredible human being that I want to introduce to you. And she's right down there below us, Miss Rochelle Triggs, or Shell, as I like to call her. The microphone is all yours, and I know you can't wait to share. And these people want to hear what you got to say, too.
Hello, everybody. Wow. Okay. So my journey to RRR247 was a long journey. I did Amway, Melaleuca, Princess House. I did all these things, but I hadn't done RRR247. I haven't done performance blog, and I didn't even know what it was. I'm going to be honest. I saw it one Sunday. It was an ad. I was like, oh, that looks interesting. Let me, get into that. And not to mention, I knew at the time, this was 6 years ago, that I needed to start to work towards retirement and savings, and working for someone else wasn't going to get me there. So I knew that. So I found performance blogging. I jumped in. I didn't know what I was doing at all. Okay. My mentor chimed in and she was like, one day she called me. She said, "What are you doing?" I was like, nothing. She's like, "Exactly. Get to work. You have goals. You got to get to work." I'm like, okay. Now, mind you, I was working night shift. Okay. So I started going through the training. And then I just started implementing everything that Rory set forth. I just played the video. Okay, pause, and then I'll go do what he said. And I did this at work. I'd get off of work in the morning. I would allot a couple of hours before I went to sleep to get it done. I'd wake up at 3 p.m. before I go to work, a couple of hours, all the while I'm trying to make dinner, help with homework. I'm doing all these things because I have a goal. So I'm making sure I'm fitting my business in my day to day. Okay. I didn't understand what I was doing, like I said. And then my mentor, she went away and I got another mentor and she was like, okay, jump in, do this. So it's been so many projects. I've been on different projects. I just jumped in. She was like, you can do it, get on. Okay, now I want you on the phones. I want you to do this. And I'm like, wait a minute, I am not even done with my PBS yet. Hold on. So I jumped in, I did what I was asked to do. I did set goals. I lost 3 months of my website, and I'm telling you all the trials and tribulations to get to this point. Okay. I lost 3 months of my website. The system went down. I mean, it was a big thing, and I had to rebuild. But I set my mind. It took me 6 months to get my website to where I needed to apply for Google AdSense. That last day, I just remember going, you know what? If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. I'm tired. I can't do anything else with this website. I submitted it. I think it was a Sunday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, that weekend. That Monday morning, I woke up. Congratulations, we're going to partner with you. And that was the best feeling. Okay, guys, that was the best feeling. Then I discovered, okay, I need to start building my teams. I need to start building. So I went to work. I got on the lines. I, answered phones. I reached out to people. All the while, I'm still building my PBS. Okay. Honestly, I did not understand everything because everything goes so fast. And I didn't get it until last year that not only am I building, like, and we do say, we pay our marketing forward, it's more than that. Okay. You do have to build teams. You do have to invest in your partners to help them build. Because I was just over here building. I'm like, okay, I got them. Come on, let's go, let's go. And I'm expecting the people to just do what I'm doing, and people are made differently. So you have to meet them where they are. So I slowed it down a little bit and I looked at my team as a whole, okay, and just just poured into them, just poured into them. And from there, they poured into me. They poured into our team. They poured into the vision. They poured into their dreams, okay? And so I cannot express to you guys that you are in the right place. Okay. What Rory has set forth for us, he is right. Anybody can do it. Just follow instructions, have that dream, put that foot forward, and prioritize that. Okay. Um, you'll hear Tanya talk about time blocking, and that is a thing. That's how I was able to get this done. I had to go say, okay, 2 hours for this, 2 hours for this, and just so that I can fit everything in and do something. Whether it's posting 2 ads, I'm gonna post 3 ads today because that's what I got time for. But I do what I need to do to move this thing forward. And I just want to say thank you to Rory and Tanya. I met them the first time I met them, I was really shy. I was like, oh my God. So I spoke to them. The second time I met them, uh, they invited me to dinner. That was so phenomenal to see Rory and hear Rory in the flesh and to watch his brain just always working, always working. You're like, what is he going to say next? What is he going to do next? But was more than that, what was special for me was they both pulled me aside that night and asked me, what can we do to help you reach your goals? That just blew my mind. That just blew my mind. Okay. I want to do this. I want to do that. We need to do this. We need to go there. And they've been that support for me since. So I just want to say you all are in the right place. Continue to work, 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 work. I have an awesome instructor now, Melissa Gable. She has been my my foundation, my everything I need. She guides me through it. It doesn't matter. She's like, "Yep, do that. No, do that." So everybody here is phenomenal. Just put your head down, get the work done, and have fun. Have fun. This is fun. Get creative. Use your life and put it into your website. It's all you. Just do you. That's all I want to say. That's it. And I would like to welcome Rory Rickard. Are we going to see Tanya today? I don't even know. No.
Yes,
sorry,
me today.
There he is.
Oh, we're going to see Tanya today?
No, not today. She's
Oh.
she's been a very, very active Nona with that new baby, and
Oh, okay.
she is exhausted, and we're juggling all that, and she'll say stuff like, "I'm glad we had kids when we were younger. This is a lot of work." She's got that respect for newborns, right? But she's loving it, and I'll tell you guys this, like, this is a transition period that they grow up so quick. You get to explain that, but you know what she said to me? She's like, I realize it all the time, but thank you for having this way of life, because of what you're doing here, I can do this. I can do these things I want to do. I can, we can do all this, I'm glad. I mean, we wanted to be those type of grandparents. This is what we wanted to do. So it's nice, and I just gotta, like, I'll put that out there as, like, we're able to do a lot of things because of that, but family's got to come first, and you can build that in there. That's why we really appreciate it. Rochelle, your story is awesome.
Thank you.
And oh my gosh, and it's been an awesome journey with you, watching you go and develop and do your stuff, and you just made it happen. You're the so there's something that always comes to mind with you, and there's something that I've always been told, and I've seen it. Busy people get things done. They just know how to get things done. They don't make excuses. They knock things out of the way. They get it done, and that's always been you. You've juggled how many jobs at a time, and yet you still show up and do things. You still show up and outperform people that are doing this full time, because you just organize it and structure it and you get it done. And you're also not afraid to do little steps to keep it continually. You have always impressed us with that. Always have impressed us with that. We see it. Melissa sings your praise to Tanya on every review she's on with her. Every time.
Thank you.
Yeah. She's just like, yeah, and the thing is you're paying it forward. You understand it. You're growing in that leadership side. And I think people need to understand it is everything we do here is real. Everything works, but there is no quick shortcut to it. Everything's got to be developed. And because we deal with so much, we deal with people. That's our number one thing. That is our main thing, is we're a people business. Well, you got to have patience for people to understand and grow with you too. So there's a lot of what I call the patience process in everything we do. And then you talk about your PBS. And I remember a lot of the struggles but those make us better in this whole process. But you're right. You just go be you. Go put that stuff out there. We just had the instructor call before this, so what's coming on now, and I know there's several more, so we're going to try to catch up on them. But this is our second Tuesday. We have leadership recognition the first Tuesday. Today we're going to celebrate Google AdSense recipients, and I know there's far more of these, but I'm going to paste them on here. We're going to have a little bit of celebration on it, and then we're going to go to a very fun topic. But Rochelle, and I see the comments in here, and it was really fun with the instructor call, because everybody's like, well, I've had Google AdSense for 3 years, and 4 years, and 5 years, and it's one of the things that it really means that you know what you're doing. If Google AdSense approves you, you followed things right. You've got there, and now you're paid to performance blog. Now you're paid to be a performance blogger, and you may not understand your worth in the stuff that's there yet, but you can look at any profession. Right? Any profession that has a residual pay to it. Look at book authors. You guys know how many authors of books there are? Several. You may not even know the books or see the stuff that's out there. There's more books out there than you guys even realize, and not everybody gets paid on them. Not everybody has, something that warrants them. Well, every performance blogger, if they follow what we teach them to do, once they get Google AdSense, you are a paid writer now. You are actually generating revenue to share your thoughts, your essence to the web. I know I've had these like, man, I get so excited about it. Rochelle, I'm gonna have you come back on. You can't leave, by the way. We're gonna keep you on here for a bit.
Okay.
But I don't know, like you guys ever get in a situation where you just can't really get anything done with it, or you got treated really bad at a store. Bloggers are the best because you can just go dump it out there. It's therapeutic. You put it out there. You don't have to publish it, or you can, right? But you learn how to express yourself in a different way. And I got to tell you, it is very awesome. Now, guys, I've created a lot of page from bad situations I've had. Like it's got to be really bad to get past my patience. And instead of getting mad, I just like take notes and like I'm blogging this out and just putting it out there. And sometimes I don't tie it to like a lot of marketing, but I just put it out there. Like one day someone can come across it or whatever else. But the act of doing it it frees that negativity that you carry, right? Like, and I noticed I don't know why I'm talking about this today so much, Rochelle. This was not on topic. I'm actually off the topic, but I want to celebrate this. But I want to tell you guys something. Those that stick it out and get their PBS built, they're here forever. And they understand what it takes there, but there is something about having that PBS, and there's something about it when it starts paying you. You realize, well, okay, I'm doing something for my future. I'm building this stuff up there, and remember, it's and the Google AdSense, guys, I always call it the gravy. It's bonus money, right? But it authenticates you as you're a paid writer. And what people don't understand is that is not as common as you think it might be. It's not. And we're publishing us out there as performance bloggers. We're putting our thoughts, our opinions even out there. And now we're getting recognized for it and generate revenue from it because we got a sponsorship with Google AdSense. It's freaking awesome. Okay, so let's celebrate 4 people. Okay, now I'm going to do something. I'm going to paste their names in the chat. I'm going to give you their websites. All right, so people can go see examples. Do not click on the ads. I just want you to see the ads. Okay. Also, you guys, I had 2 students in a row, and I don't know where they got the idea. They both did this. They got Google AdSense, and were so excited, and they told all their family about it, and their families clicked on it, and then they got banned from Google for life. This, what's defrauding Google, right? Google knows everything. What I want you guys to do, though, is click around the site and just see what they did, but do not click on the ads. Okay? Do not click on the ads. Now, if you visit again, like in a week or 2, I don't care about that, but don't click the ads just to click the ads. Okay? But what I want you guys to see is, and these have all had Google AdSense for a while, a month, 3 weeks, 2 days, whatever. But I want you guys to see something. They're writing unique stuff, even though the formats look the same. I want you to see that what we teach works. I want you guys to understand that this whole performance blogging isn't just a waste of time and some way to like trick you to doing a bunch of work that like a teacher would do, right? That's not what this is about. Performance blogging is an absolute means to create revenue. Now, the marketing of the products and the services we have increase that, right? It's the more volumes we sell and the more stuff we work together, everything we do works. And I really like to celebrate this because these 4 people, we all know they did a ton of work, and it's educational work. You're learning how to performance blog, and then you plug it into Google AdSense, and now you're going to get paid to go and do it. You set everything up and the skill sets you've learned, right? Like you're earning money as you continue to practice and get better and better and better at it. And I'm doing a whole new training on step 1 right now. And then I'm gonna do step 2 and then step 3 and 4. And I'm writing these pages, and I have to tell you, and Rochelle, you know this too, when you do them again, you just get better. You get better and better and better. And I'm just going to tell everybody, even though you've probably already done your stuff, when you see the way I'm training in step 1 now, it's better. We all improve and get better. Now, I'm going to put this out there. Imagine if there was 8,000 of us that were actively blogging, putting stuff out there. Now we have more than that have PBSs that have Google AdSense and actively doing it. We can create such an information wave. We can control a lot. I want you guys to think about that. We can really sway, because 8,000 images, 8,000 people placing all these images out there. I want you guys just to remember I said that, because that's what we're going to strive for. There's a key number. I mean, I want 8,000. They're posting ads every week. 8,000. They're creating new articles every week. 8,000. There's a number to that with the Google algorithms on backlinks and everything else. Yes, we can dominate pages on search if we're all in sync and doing the consensus thing. And this will get really big. And along the way, we're going to have a lot of fun. You guys, we are moving more and more products. Speaking of which, we have a really good thing today. So let me go ahead and share these. Again, don't go click on their ads on here. Don't go blow it up. I want you guys just to click on it and look at it. Okay. And here goes. Yeah, I'll place them all at once. There we go. So Gina Costello, she got it. And Rose Farrell, she got it. Joshua Franklin got it. And Maricel Dumal. And let me tell you, Gina Costello and Joshua Franklin, their instructor is MSI Andy Perryman. There's a theme here. He's doing pretty dang good. Now, I know Sheila Matchett's got a bunch, and I didn't get those on there, so we're going to have to do those next month. Rose Farrell, that's my student. And then Maricel Dumal is Susan Bates' student. The instructors deserve kudos as well. They're guiding, instructing, doing all that, right? You guys, this is 4 of our students that we now know have the online cash machine of the performance blogging connected with Google running. Okay, and I got to tell you, when you click on them, you look at them, you see their work, you see the individuality. These are great insights on it. But what's really important is you guys got to understand, for those of you that don't have Google AdSense, there is a feeling of, Rochelle?
Yes.
There's a big feeling of accomplishment when that kicks in.
Yes, it is.
Is that how you'd explain it too?
Oh my gosh, let me tell you. I went through the house and I was screaming. I woke everybody up because I think I was getting the kids up for school, and I just started screaming. I was jumping up and down. It was just a feeling of great accomplishment. And Rory is right. I'm glad I had 3 months of work that was lost, because I came back better because I understood more. So yes, it was a great accomplishment.
So listen to this. Saturdays, we're doing content all the time. I get to do, because of our great leadership, and I can be creative and do what I love to do. We're going to be working on content that helps drive traffic and indexing more. We're going to be focusing on other things to drive traffic in. You know, we got a lot to handle with the Jeunesse products. We have a lot. But you guys, we are going to be doing more and more content. That's what we do on Saturdays. That's the main goal, is to help drive this content. You guys, how many times have you guys heard me say this? One good article can create 100,000 new visitors a year, a month, a week, a day, an hour. One. We're going to be shotgunning it in these Saturdays. You guys, I've done it multiple times where I've written an article and boom, I get flooded and my income just goes up. You know, we had some great updates, you know, for the stuff we did on the ad posting on Saturday. But you guys remember, we can work on our PBSs and post ads 24 hours a day. If you're in line at an amusement park, or you're at line waiting for the latest iPhone, or whatever you're doing, you can post ads. You know, you can post ads, you can do things. There's things you can constantly be doing. You know, if you're enjoying, you know, if the family's watching a movie and you're not really into it, you can be posting ads. You know, if you're watching sports, you can be posting ads, right? You can really maximize your time. And you know, I say the sports thing because if I'm watching sports, I'm posting ads. I got to feel like I'm doing something that's generating revenue, right? But I also can tell you that, on the airplane, I post ads. The Wi-Fi and the internet, when it's on the planes, you can post ads anywhere. It actually kind of cracks me up that I can do that. When the technology made that happen, I was like, oh, this is glorious, right? I'm away from anybody calling me. I'm in my own private zone, but I can still post ads. And you come up with some creative things. But you guys, you'll get a rhythm of it. And it's like breathing. You're going to learn how to breathe, and then you don't have to think about it. It just happens, and all those techniques. So just remember, I told you, step one, you guys revisit it from time to time. Well, I'll let you guys know when it's fully done, but I'm teaching new things in there. All right. Hold on one second.
So, Hope, I hear you say you cannot post ads on your phone. If you have Google Drive on your phone, you can get all of your stuff to post ads with. That's what I do in the car, or like he said at the grocery store. I've done that. I just pulled up my Google Drive and put my pictures in there, uploaded my pictures, copy and paste my messages, my title and everything, and I just sit and post an ad. I would go to the easiest posting site though to do it, but I mean, every little thing counts.
You post ads, we could do V-marketing, we could do all of them if the screen's big enough to see it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, I've done V-marketing too.
Michelle, now that we're taking a little bit of a break, that wasn't very nice. There was a tear that formed over here in the corner of my eye while you were talking. Yeah, Angie got one too. We could feel you, sister.
I'm telling you guys, I eat and breathe Triple
Mhm.
R because I know what it can do, you
We do
know.
know. That's why
I,
we both had tears in our eyes.
I know what it's done. I've lived it, I witnessed it, and I just want to share with everybody. And I really wish, as I'm talking to people, they can be inside and feel my passion and, just see what I see and know what I know, So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
if they can't hear that and can't feel that, there's not much more we can do for them.
True, 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 true that. I
Okay, so you guys, we get on that. I'm gonna bring on Jim. We're gonna talk about the IBO program. Jim, you with us? Yes, Jim hasn't been on here for a while.
Sorry, I had to unclick my audio.
Right. So you guys, this is Tanya and my attorney for several decades now. I'll age us. So, you guys, we slowed down the IBO program and putting people in because we did a full review. We wanted to make sure that we were up to date on some things. And Jim is like, we're going to get this done right. We want to make some changes. So I think, are we ready to start putting people in, Jim?
We are. Yeah, we've put the final pieces in. What we've been working on, and this has come from experience, especially with the last blow up that we've seen. We were working with a chargeback protector company that will allow the resellers, give them more control over the chargebacks that may come through on their merchant account. So we finally put that together actually yesterday. So we are ready now to start placing people, to start gathering their information and placing them with advertisers. So I think we talked about it last time. We're only dealing with advertisers that are US based, that we have full transparency into who they are, what they are, where they're at, passport pictures, everything under the sun when it comes to knowing who we're dealing with on the advertiser side, so that when resellers are teamed up and paired up with them, they'll at least know that there's a little bit of vetting that we've done on our end. So, and again, based on, some of the mistakes that we've seen in the past.
So I'll tell you guys this, for those that are brand new, on the bottom of step one, we have a video that explains the IBO program. And Jim, we're gonna, you guys, and we've been doing this for almost 20 years, right?
It's been, yes.
It's been a long time. And
Yeah, 19,
and some
20,
things change,
20,
right? Things
yeah,
change.
21 years.
And so we've been recalibrating it and getting stuff there. But I mean, we had to do a major change in the last, well, I guess it's been 18 months. And now we're, resurfacing this up. You guys, it's interesting what this offers. Okay. And we feel very confident going forward. I told Jim we're not going to go forward till we feel good about how this whole thing runs. There's a lot of people on the list. Jim's going to be revisiting them. We're not firing up. We're only doing a few slots and then we're going to open up more, right? What's the plan?
Yeah, we're going to get the process down, making sure that people are following the right steps so that we can maximize, the slots that we have. So
Now I'm creating a new workflow for this. Right now we're going to still use the spreadsheets, but we're going to have a new way using the CRM to kind of vet this out so people know the process they're going through. Okay. So that we can spell it out even better. Like this is something we were talking about doing, but so we know exactly what there is. Jim, do we have one program? Do we have two programs? Is it based on was it based on the credit? What's it looking like going forward?
yeah, so we'll have two separate programs, two separate avenues. It's going to be based on credit that people have. Anything above 700 will go down one path, 620 on the other side if they have a 620. So those with, a little more work that needs to be done on their credit, they'll still be able to get into the program, but they'll be in, it's not a tier one, tier two, it's just a different path. So we'll have two tracks for people to enter into. Advertisers are still going to stay the same. Everybody just has to have a home computer, fast internet, phone, willing to learn and take direction. One of the keys is going to be no bankruptcies within the last 5 years. But where this is going to be different than what we've had previously is the resellers are going to be able to, and they should, they're going to have more control and access to the relationship that they have with the advertiser. They're going to review and approve landing pages, which should, be normal for everybody that comes through the RRR student body. So they'll be able to understand that, review and approve partner products that are sold on their websites. We're working on reconciling on our side the tax reporting so that they'll get their P&Ls in time, oversee the vendor responsibility. We've got the what we have in place now, like I said before, was a chargeback program that's going to help facilitate that and monitor that for not just the advertiser, but for the resellers as well. They'll need a UPS account set up. We'll help them with the merchant account management setup, the business LLC creation, as well as the, wind down period, termination and closure of those accounts. So I feel like we have everything set and in place that should help give the resellers, the students, more of an insight into what's going on and more control so that they're not calling us and say, hey, I don't even know who my advertiser is. Well, you're going to in this program. You better know who they are. You better have their information, because that's going to be on you, and those are going to be your obligations as well as ours. So I just went off. I don't know where I was trying to go with any of that, Rory, but
Appreciate it. Well, I wanted this is really good for everybody to hear that's been around it. So this is, yeah, I'm going to go over all this. So, you guys, this is a big deal. Like we moved a lot of product. There's a great profit share with this. Are we looking at the same numbers on the profit share and above the 700 and above the 620 to the 750,000?
Yep. Should be 1,000 on that.
So you guys, there's a video that I explain this on the bottom of step one, and it just says IBO program explained. But and I probably need to redo that one again at some point. But I just we went through a transition the last, what do you call it, 18 months?
18 months, yeah, November
Eh,
of
eh, eh,
23.
Yeah, major transformation in some industry changes, and we thought we had it understood, but then we did a nice legal review and like, what do we need to do to make this clean, like full transparencies. We don't want to have any of these issues, and you guys, we got it really cleaned up. And so we're going to go through it all. And we also want to make the onboarding quicker so people know what paperwork to have ready, all that stuff to get going, and then we'll get going on it. But it's it's an incredible process. And when done right, you're part of a very awesome and process. This is a big end commerce process, right? We're moving a lot of products, but you need to know what's being marketed. We need to know what's in there. That transparency on everything, we insist on. And some of you guys know the reason, right? There's reasons why we had to clean things up even more, and it's just doing the right thing. And we also want to make sure that we eliminate as much as possible anything that can go wrong quickly, so that there isn't any issues. And I think you guys have, I mean, those that have been here for years, we get kicked in the teeth. We get back up, but we make sure we don't get knocked down again. We always figure out how do you become better. And this took a lot longer than we anticipated, just because, well, Jim's been very thorough on it, which I appreciate. But I have probably 30 people that are on me all the time. Like, when can I get the IBO back? When can I get the IBO going? And my answer has been, we're working on it. Jim's working on the thing. And now this is, I keep asking Jim, like, how close are we? Can we talk about it next Tuesday? And he's like, I need a little more time because I want to make sure that everything's going to isolate that way and get that worked out. And he's been really good at vetting. We have some really good, proven, vetted advertisers. And that is the number one relationship that matters. And then all the banking stuff goes. But you guys, that we want to make sure the reporting's great for the year end, so that there's not a tax issue or an understanding that people have freaked out about. And we're calm about it because we understand it. But students that deal with the first year of taxes, they're always like, okay, I got the statement that says gazillions of dollars went through, and make sure it's right. So that's what he was talking about there. So you guys, this is a way to participate in massive sales online and be a part of the process. And it's a very special program. Everything we do, it was a way for us to help people with $750 a month. Or now we have it up to where there's, if your credit score is above 700, we get another 250 for you. So you get 1,000 a month. Doesn't cost you anything ever. Jim, you're setting up the entities now, right?
Yeah, so we'll have the entities created for them as well. The way we're going to do it is we're going to set it up in Wyoming. One of the issues that we've had previously was everybody's name would be out there, right? And so we want to do a little bit asset protection, type structuring, so that people's information is not located for everyone to see. So that when we create an LLC, it's going to be created in Wyoming. We could do it in Nevada. We could do it in Delaware. We're just going to do it in Wyoming because it's cheaper, faster, more efficient. But your name's not going to be found on the public record. So if people went and wanted to know who owns that company, all they're going to see is the registered agent's name if they went to the Secretary of State's website. So we're going to try and protect you guys a little more, and not have your names out for everyone to see and try to track you down and contact you, and all sorts of things.
All sorts of issues that we didn't anticipate when we were doing this.
Right.
They weren't there for years, and all of a sudden we had people getting contacted with things they should have been contacted for. We had people pulled into fraud things, and we're like, we gotta protect this. So you guys, and I'm gonna this is a good partner call on this Tuesday. So mainly, anybody that's been around this process, everything we didn't like about it, we've been making better. Like we do with everything. And guys, this is a good transparent call. So we're going to be doing the IBOs. Now I'm going to tell you guys, we're going slow on the new process. We want to make sure that everything is lined up right. and so we're not going to onboard 100 people. I think we have more than that ready to go. So we're gonna do the ones. I know Jim's got some people already lined up that we're waiting. We're gonna get that going. So I know we're gonna have people saying like, when we get that going, we're gonna get on that. We had a lot of people that were paused on the previous stuff. We'll revisit everybody, right, Jim? We'll revisit everybody's situation.
Correct.
We've been working on all sorts of things, and we're gonna go forward on it. Now, that being said, I'll speak to the instructors and I'll speak to everybody there again. We're going to get a refined process for them to get into a queue and know where they're at using the CRM, because it's so much better. We used to have a pretty good system in Trello, so we're going to move to the CRM system. I'm still figuring out a couple of things that I got to do on that, and then we'll roll that out again for everybody. But in the meantime, we still want to put people on the spreadsheet so Jim's aware who they are, and we can start moving forward on that as we get it going. So appreciate everybody's patience, and I just want you guys to have full disclosure why we're waiting. So let's just go over the highlights of this program. You guys, we paid out to our members here. We've been doing the IBO program since 2017. 2017. Okay. And we really put it on pause for 24. We were doing a lot of cleanup, so we didn't do a lot in 24.
Yeah.
So for 7 years, you guys, it paid out like $20 million to our family. It's a lot. It's probably, no, I know it's higher than that because we had some pretty, but it's tens of millions of dollars were paid out to help support families so that they could bring that extra money in, focus on this. And I'm gonna stress what it's for. We're gonna be very specific on it. And it's for people that are gonna be building RRR. So if that's why we don't even present this to people that aren't into step one and doing things. They haven't seen the vision. They're not in, they need to be in Velavita. They need to be in Savings Highway Global. They got to have their PBS Vortex and be part of the whole process. They get to be part of the IBO program. And again, the IBO program, there's some qualifications based on credit. You can't have bankruptcy. Key things like no felonies. That's still a thing. I got a personal mission on the whole felony thing that one day I'm hoping I can jump on. I don't know why I brought that up now, but no felonies. And then what is it? Oh, age groups.
2-year tax returns.
Oh yeah, you got 2 years tax returns. You got to be a tax filing citizen. Banks don't like to deal with people that are nefarious with their taxes. It's crazy, right? Jim, what's the age we can go from?
Now these are bank issues. So we are working with various merchant banks to try and get, again, we could get an 18-year-old, but normally they don't have the 2-year taxes. So that's usually we're dealing with 21 to 69 to be safe. But we've taken, people in the 70s. We even had someone in their 80s. So it really just, we're going to take everyone on a case by case as much as we can. But these aren't our issues. These are bank issues. They're bank guidelines. Don't get mad at us. We're the messenger here.
So what we should do on that, guys, is we'll put them in there. But like if they're over the age of 69, we're going to have to be patient on that process as we work to solve it. But up to 75, I think we should put them on the paper. Yeah. But just let them know that we're doing those on a special case because we want to help solve those. It guts me when you guys have all been there with students and they're like they just turned 70 and you're like, gosh, if you would have been here 6 months ago, we could have had that going and rolling. And so we're constantly working on that, and that's why I wanted Jim to bring that up there. The other thing just to make note on it is 1 per household. That's never going to change. And there's certain states we can't do it in, such as Hawaii,
Maine, Alaska.
Maine. What was the last one?
Alaska.
Oh, Alaska. Yeah, Alaska's tough. And I know there might be 1 or 2 others we missed in that. But and it's a blessing for those that get it. And we go through it all.
Oh, we got somebody that is getting it from Maine. Okay.
You know what? We have banks that won't do it there. So we might have had one that did. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. We're constantly trying to like find a solution. We almost had a solution for Hawaii.
Yeah. And again, it's a bank issue. I mean, we've had people in Puerto Rico and they can't get it either. So it's just,
Right.
some of the banks just won't allow the merchant banking. So we'll deal with it.
Yeah, and yeah, you might have to do something because we only deal with certain banks. There's only certain banks that are going to work with it, and you guys, there's a whole different tiering of banks. Some of these banks that are like out in like rural areas, they actually are under another bank, and it makes it really difficult to move money like we need to for the business. So it just doesn't work out. It's yeah, sometimes it takes an extra day or two to, and that's in the business that we're in. You got to move money quick, and so that's why they have those things. But you guys, there's some stipulations, right? But again, it doesn't cost you anything. You get your time in there. You're going to be involved on it in a basis every month, and it rewards you for it. And it's something we figured out to help the community. I mean, I remember when we brought this on, we had done it for years before that, but we just did friends and family, small groups, and then the need got bigger. And I'm just reminiscing this because I think it's a good highlight point. It's helped thousands of people do what we do. It's helped thousands of people through things. Okay. And now we have it back and going. We just got to be patient as we ramp it up because we want to do it very solid. We want to be very, very solid on it. And, we're controlling even more of it than we did before. Well, a lot more of it than we did before. We had a really good working situation before until it wasn't. You guys remember that, but you guys, we're gonna get it going again. So this is one of the biggest questions I get every week, and of course, guys, it's a beautiful thing. An extra $750 a month, an extra $1,000 a month. In a lot of cases, the mom can't stay home. Mom can stay home and raise the kids and do this. It's a big deal. We know it. We get it. We love it. It also helps a lot of people that are retired and broke so they can actually live on their meager means of funds that they have coming in to get ahead. It makes a difference for so many people. I mean, it's $750, $1,000. I mean, some people that's their rent, some people that's their car payment, some people it's all their utilities. It helps a lot. And we got it back in here. So I'm going to
But don't count on it.
Yeah, we have some great stories of helping people out. I mean, I can tell you, I had students who are like, that was such a godsend for us. It saved our marriage. It took rid of that pressure we had, and we can focus on things. And then we also have this. Okay, we have people that get it, and they don't participate in anything that we have here, and they took an opportunity that could help somebody with where the community is going. The whole reason we added this was to help people that needed the help to go forward, just because we figured out a way to do it. And so I'll stress it on that thing. There's that saying where no good deed goes unpunished, and I'll stress this: like if they're not looking to be fully active in here, we're gonna really try to scrutinize that more. If they're not fully active and engaged, we might just slow the process where they come in. Like, they come in and get going. If they're not attending the classes, they can't get it. We're gonna be a lot more what's the word? Discerning? Discerning? Is it discerning? That's the word. Yeah. Because you guys, I don't think people understand, and it's a beautiful program. Okay. There's a lot of work to go get it set up. There's a lot of expenses to get it set up. And once we get things going, it's really tough to unwind it because there's so much cost involved to get it going. So we want to make sure we're putting people in that are really going to be part of the community, not just take this and run and not do the work. So I have a process for that. I got another explanation process we're going to work on, and we'll get that going. But yeah, it is absolute bridge money. It's not. It's they might go 6 months, it might go 9 months, it might go a year, it might go 2, it might go 10, but it also may only go the 6 months. It may only go the 9 months. There's some things to realize. Some of these products are hot and going, and then they're not hot anymore, and sometimes we don't even know why. They just stop being sold, and it shuts the whole program down. I can tell you, in the world of marketing, this is how it goes sometimes. I mean, look at Triple R. Look what we've marketed over the years. If something stops selling, we got to do something else, right? You can't keep forcing. If the square peg all of a sudden doesn't fit in the square hole because the hole isn't square anymore and it's triangle, you got to figure out to find a triangle to go through. It's kind of like that. Yeah, it's just what it is. But you guys, it's been an unbelievable situation. I'm glad we have it back. For those that don't know what it is, don't worry. You're going to learn about it in the study halls. We're going to roll this stuff out there. But it's another marketing partnership we have to offer people. Doesn't cost anything. It's there to reward those that are building a community and being part of what we're doing here to get $750 or $1,000 a month for a minimum of 6 or 9 months, depending on the program. That's the minimum, and hopefully it goes for a long, long period. And we're adding people to it as the programs grow and develop, and there's a big need for it still. But we want to do it for the right. Everything's got to be right. Okay. Does that cover it, Jim?
I think so. I mean, for the most part. So,
and for those that whatever the various situations were, we're going to be addressing those. We're going to be methodically moving through it. Just be patient because we're ramping on in a very specific manner, and as we need more, Jim and reaching out to that. We're trying to get a priority set up where people have been waiting. We'll try and take care of everybody. And like anything, you guys, God's always been so good to us. And as we start figuring things out, it seems like things just blow open and we can help a lot more people. So it's been awesome that way. So and you guys, it's just I'm glad that we're willing to stop everything and do it right. And that's good. Yeah, unless they usually look at the experience score, but I'll tell you, like we have some different bank relationships now that don't always look at that. So what you think it was before may not be the same as it is now. We've aligned with some different banks. They all do things a little differently. Yeah. So on the credit score thing, I'm gonna Nell, you're on here. You know what? We probably should do like a course on how to do the credit score fix inside SHG. Everybody can utilize and send the letters in and do all that stuff. We should probably do like a workshop on a Saturday or something and help a lot of people just get it done.
That's a great idea.
And just that would be a good Saturday workshop. Yeah.
Jim, Rory,
Stacy,
true
that's
legends
freaking
on this
awesome.
planet.
Was
How
that?
does that go? The true legends on this planet are the people who find the ways to help the most other people.
Yeah, it's you guys. I mean, here's the funny thing, right? Is we know how to make money with what we do here. Like you can make good income here. However, most people find us 6 months or a year late. And this is a way to help give them bridge, to help get them caught up, help pay the credit card bills, help establish things, to protect things while we get them going in this. That's the idea. And then for those that are, not desperate on the money, well, you're bringing that money in to cover your bills and it gives you more incentive to do everything. Now you can just do more. Like it's resources. Money is a resource. It's just awesome to have it. Okay. Let's go to the millionaire course. I just realized for a second there, Jim, I didn't know how we're going to fill the time covering this, but I clearly overtalked. We're done. Thanks for you guys. Jim, just give him a lot of just praise. You guys, he does so much behind the scenes. We never bring him out on here very much. We've dragged him to a couple of our incentive trips. But he's working long freaking hours behind the scenes on stuff. And it's good to bring him on here. So Jim, I just want to, from Tanya and I, just to thank you for everything.
I appreciate it. Love you guys.
Big kudos, Jim. The next
family.
incentive trip, I need you there too, Jim, because I need somebody to replace me on the volleyball court with a little height.
There you go. I don't know if I move as well as you do, though. That's the problem.
No, you probably can move a lot better now.
Oh, beautiful.
All right, let's go. We'll go over to the millionaire course. And hey, Jim, you've seen this stuff that we've done over the years here, but in perspective with all the programs and stuff that we've been marketed, I know you talked about it, but like we just don't have the issues we have today are so minute to what they've been. Things are just working so well.
Yeah.
And I know you've been around us for a long time, but don't you think we are super solid right now where everybody should just jump in and go? Like we've eliminated so many headaches.
Yeah, we have so many headaches, so many issues, problems. I mean, the support that people have right now is 100 times what it was. You know, when any issue, somebody in the family has dealt with it. There isn't anything that any of us have not come across that we can't fix. So, I mean, if you're on the fence, don't stay on the fence too long. Jump off, jump in both feet. You got the right family behind you. We're here and we'll do whatever it takes. So,
Yeah, you guys, Jim's put so much passion. I mean, he's watched this whole thing grow. Like it's been phenomenal. And anyway, just wanted to put some gratitude out. All right, if you're in the millionaire course, you know where to go. I'll see you guys there. If you're doing any V marketing, come be accountable. See you guys there.